Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be such an exciting one, and for those of you who clicked on it, you're in luck because you're gonna find out some stuff that is gonna be some pretty interesting stuff. So anyway, a lot of you guys asked for me to make this a weekly thing, and that's definitely what I'm gonna go ahead and be doing for you all. So before we get started, I want to talk about our income for the week and how it's gonna go. So from my part-time job, I did make $160. Last week was when the whole Texas snowstorm happened, so I was not able to make it safely to work for more than 7 hours. So I worked 7 hours, but they did pay me for an entire 6-hour shift, luckily, so that's why I got paid $160 and not for just the 7 hours that I was able to work. So we got $160 from them, and then YouTube gave me $514. So thank you guys so much. This would not be possible without you guys, and y'all have literally helped me so much in way more ways than just like financial stability and stuff like that. So thank you so much for that. So altogether, we did make an income of $674 for the week, but when we subtract $155 due to YouTube tax, that leaves us with $519. That is kind of like free for us to use. So to ensure that my buffer will get some money, because if anyone's curious, my buffer is not only for unbudgeted expenses, it's if in case we budgeted too low on groceries but still need what we had in our basket, or if I end up buying something and using my credit card that I didn't necessarily have money for, I will pay it back with that. And my buffer also is where I make random extra payments whenever I want. So yeah, that's everything I use my buffer for. So to ensure that I would get a nice buffer from this check, I did decide to take $519 and subtract $119 so that we budget with an even $400. So I did this because, again, every reason that I use my buffer for, and not only that, I felt like $600 or $519 was like a ton of money for me to budget with, and I don't want to use everything just because I have it. It's always good to have a buffer and to have that backup money, because if I force it into a category, I have to use it for that category, or at least that's how I feel. And so I thought it would be best if I just kept it in my checking account. So the next thing I want to point out is we did get a new spread. So if you follow me on Instagram, I did create this new spread. I love it so much. It'll be linked down below for free for you guys, but the categories won't be filled in because these are my categories. I use the app GoodNotes, and that's where I typed out all of the names and stuff. So to get started, up here I just wrote February 25th of 2021 because that is the pay date that we're going to be going off of for this upcoming week. My income total is $555 because although we have $400 to budget with, I do still have to pull out the $155 for taxes, which in total is $555. So super excited for today. There's going to be a lot we're going to need to talk about, and so we're just going to go ahead and not waste any time and dive right in. So we're going to start with our bills. So phone bill last week ended at $55. I do have to pay $70 for the month, therefore phone bill will be receiving $15. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the $555, and we're going to subtract $15. So for Best Buy, that is going to be getting its usual $10. So next is my credit builder loan, which just gets $11 a week. So there is 11. So if we add this up, we have a $15, $25, and then $36. So we have $36 in total for our bills, which is not bad at all. I'm super grateful for it. But yeah. So next we're going to go ahead and move on to our savings. This one I'm probably not going to immediately add because it's going to be a little bit more of funky numbers. So for our 100 envelope challenge, we did draw $10 because although I do have YouTube income and I could have pulled a larger number, Jordan just has a part-time job. Again, he also didn't get any hours this week, so $10 is a reasonable number for each of us to be able to stuff. So there is $10 going into the 100 envelope challenge. So next we have my savings. This is just a general, another cash cushion. And so for that, we're just going to put $1 because I'm not too worried about it. Next is going to be emergency fund. So this is where we're going to go ahead and go into my journal. A lot of you guys have asked me where this is from. It's from a brand called Piccadilly. I don't think I have it listed down below or linked, but that's the brand if anyone's interested in picking this up. So I did rewrite my emergency little challenge. So this week, I think what we're going to go ahead and do is probably, we'll do $3 just because I want to focus my money somewhere else, which you guys will see. So we're going to go ahead and do $3 for this week, which is fine with me. So hopefully you guys are okay with that as well. So let's go ahead and subtract $3. I think we've been on track of subtracting everything. So I'm going to go ahead and trust it. But next is going to be retirement. So retirement is going to be receiving $5 because that is what it gets every single week. So now we're down to an even $500. Then taxes is going to have to get $155. So if you take the $514 and multiply it by 0.3, which is 30%, it gives you $154 with some change, but I went ahead and rounded up rather than rounding down, so $155. So next is new car. We're going to just give new car $10 because, again, as you guys will see, I do have to focus my money somewhere else. Anticipating an outcome of a certain situation, which I will explain in a second. So next is going to be student loans. Usually, originally my plan was to save up for my student loans in my credit builder loan envelope, but I do think I should just keep them separate until I get that credit builder loan completed. So student loans is just going to be receiving $1 for now because although that's nothing compared to the amount that I have out right now, it's still a start. So there is $1. So next what we're going to go ahead and do is go into our expenses. So for gas, I may be needing to make an extra trip home this week. So we're going to go ahead and put $20 into gas. Everything else is going to stay the same only because although I have a larger check, I don't want to waste it all on expenses. So food is just going to remain at $20. Then fun is going to get its $10. And then we're going to give spending $5. So minus 5. So that's 20, 40, 50, and 55 in total for our wallet, which is not a lot of money at all, which I don't know, it's kind of shocking, but it works for us. So keep in mind too that Jordan matches all of these amounts but spending in his own account. So that's how we do that. So super quickly, what we're going to go ahead and do next is go into the sinking funds that get like set amounts. So Christmas always gets $10, so we're going to put that right here. Then next we have home. So home is a 52-week challenge. I believe we're on week 34. Yes, this is where I have my tracker. I have the rest of the weeks over here, but we have week 34. So home is going to be receiving $34. So after that, we have move out. So move out normally gets $30 a week, but what we're going to go ahead and do this week is put $45. So we're going to put $45 into move out. And as you guys can see, I did skip Kitty, and we'll get to that in a second. So next what we're going to go ahead and do is put a 0 on entertainment because we know that doesn't get stuffed. I'm going to move through the list and go through everything that's going to be receiving $1 just so we can go ahead and get that out of the way. So car maintenance will be getting $1. Holidays and birthdays is also going to be getting $1, so that's minus 2. Jordan is also going to be receiving $1 along with miscellaneous, so that's another $2. Then I think that's going to be it for now in terms of the sinking funds. For extras, Black Friday is going to get $1. Sam's Club will get $1. Same thing as hair, so there's $3. And then clothing is going to get $5, and then Disney will also get just $1. Okay, so now we're back up to our sinking fund. So sorry that I jump around a lot. This is just how like my brain works and the process that I find easiest for me to do. So first, we're going to go ahead and go through business. So right now I have $50 in business, which is 2 $25 gift cards when that giveaway comes. So this week we are going to put $50 just so that we are able to give away 4 different gift cards and then 4 of you can enjoy a prize. So next we have pet needs. I'm going to go ahead and give pet needs $5. So we're going to subtract 5. Then travel is going to go ahead and get $10, so we're going to subtract 10. And then lastly, school is going to get $5, so minus 5. So that should be everything filled in except for Kitty. And this is where our story time begins. So I would sit back because it's going to be a little bit of a story. Is this correct? Did I do that correctly? So plus 5, minus 5. Okay, 107. So it says that we have $107 left going into Kitty. We'll double check that, or I'll probably double check that off camera and then jump back on and confirm with you guys or something. So, Kitty. If you guys follow me on Instagram, whether it be my personal Instagram or my budget Instagram, you guys would know that my brother brought home a litter of puppies because his girlfriend's parents' dog had a litter, and we wanted to bring them to San Antonio so that we could take them to a shelter. When he brought the puppies, my mom and my stepdad are the kind of people where if they want something that one of us has been asking for, they're not going to say they want it. Does that like make sense? So my mom fell in love with this very specific puppy. It just so happened to be the same one that me and Jordan fell in love with, and she's like the cutest thing ever. So we were going back and forth about why, like, if we could keep one or not, and my brother was like, no, because if we take one away, that's gonna make the price go up when I drop the rest of them off. It was just a lot of like stuff that we weren't clear about in terms of like pricing and dropping off animals, because to take them to a shelter you do have to pay. My brother's girlfriend was telling me how my mom was very sad about this dog, and I was also very sad about this dog, and so me and Jordan had a long conversation about whether or not we'd be willing to use Kitty on a dog instead, because my school semester ends in like 2 months. I'll be home for the entire summer, and then I'm moving into my own apartment in the fall. So regardless, this dog will be able to be with me like 24/7, and my mom works completely from home, so she's always there. Like, this dog will never be alone. So I texted her that I was gonna go ahead and apply to adopt this dog. Fortunately, I was the first one in line for this dog, so I do have my interview today at 3 o'clock. It's over the phone, and I'm super nervous, but I'm hoping that everything works out, and it'll work out if it's meant to be. So I decided that I would allocate $107 towards Kitty, which is now probably going to be for a puppy, just so that if it works out, we have enough money to buy like what it needs, because the adoption fee is also very high since it is a puppy, but luckily we do have enough already in the Kitty envelope. So yeah, I don't know, there's like a lot, and I hope that you're not mad at me, because I know how we were initially typing for a kitty, but at first that was like our initial plan, because Jordan's absolutely in love with cats, and we always knew that we couldn't have a dog at my mom's, and we would have hated to get a puppy as soon as we're moving, or like starting at a new place, at a new school, and then not be able to like give it as much attention or train it, you know. But if we're able to do all that in the summer, then it'll be a much smoother transition in the fall. And so that's what's going on right now, and that's like the tea. So that's why I have to give it $107, because I just want to make sure that I'm prepared. And I know I repeated myself a lot, but I'm really hoping this works out. I cried over it last night. I couldn't sleep well last night. But yeah, so that's what's going on today. I will most likely give you guys an update in my cash stuffing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I have my interview today at 3. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. That's going to be everything for this budget, but what we're going to go ahead and do now is go ahead and add up all our totals and make sure that all the numbers align correctly. So I think I'm going to go ahead and probably just speed through this part. That way you guys aren't just sitting here watching me count or something. So I just went through and added everything together like in their own little subcategories, and then I added all the totals, and we ended up with $555, which is exactly the correct number. And again, that leaves me a $119 buffer. So I'm super excited about this week's budget, and I'm so glad Texas weather is back to normal and everything just feels like it's going really well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below any questions you might have or clarifications you want me to make. And I will see you guys in this week's cash stuffing. Bye.